Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Thomas Was Alone with VGMusicWeekly. Let's jump right in. We evacuated the facility, cut the network lines, and locked the doors. We knew by that point what was coming, but we had no idea what to expect. Here comes some of my favorite characters.
Team Jump had been together for a long time. They were a machine, a well-oiled machine. They could jump like nobody's business.
So now we're introduced to the brand new Team Jump. And now the annoying thing about Team Jump, they have to work together. Well, the good thing about Team Jump, I should say, is they have to work together as a team. Any can press their colored buttons. They're all the same color. The annoying thing about Team Jump is unless you're keeping them together, if you lose track of one, God help you. I mean, you can't tell them apart at all. So if you're missing, let's see, is that number 5? Yes. So if you're trying to associate one, it would be nice if they all had different colors or something, but I get why they don't.
They thought as one, they acted as one.
I mean, it makes complete sense, but they thought as one, they acted as one. And now, I'm not sure, do you have the ability? Yeah, now we have the ability to do this, which I'm just going to set up because it's really cool. I don't know. I just like having all of them bouncing on top of each other at once. It's a fun little thing. And they're back to normal. So, with that, we've got these kind of cool character ideas. We're also learning there's these reset blocks, which help make it so, thankfully, they can actually stand where they need to stand. I just glitched that out. If you saw there, not all of Team Jump made it through. One was...
He begged them to help. He told them of the outer world, of the cats who couldn't spell, of the liar, Grey. Up and to the right, they answered in unison.
That there's such a team, and their mantra is up and to the right, of course, but that's not what I was about to say, actually. What I was about to say is that... What was I about to say? The thing with... Was it... Oh yeah, that somehow one Team Jump member stood in both holes and one of them got left behind. I have never seen that happen before. That is really weird to me. Now I just have to find a place for you to go. So I love how that little feature allows you to do that. Gotta jump over this and made it.
Grey, Joe and Sam continued moving upwards. They had to make it. Grey had told the couple he was looking for a lost friend. He'd made something up about being alone on a quest for lost allies. They had eaten it up.
So now we have a liar. And I don't know. I'm just loving this story so far, and them all getting together. And oh boy, we're gonna have to wait for that to come down. I was about to say, how'd I die? But I didn't realize I was running into those things. So yeah, the story is getting more interesting with these new characters, but I've never seen the game glitch before. Now we're dealing with these gray boxes, which are screwing us over, and just the game is getting, I wouldn't say more interesting, but definitely intriguing after this point. As, okay, I need him, probably. So. And maybe they can help each other. Yep. So. Gray can help these guys, and these guys can help Gray. Please don't tell me I'm going to need that double jump. So let's have Gray carry them and just see how well or badly that works. Because even if one dies, the other two would survive. Well, that didn't last long. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. Let's try and go over instead of under. Here we go. And we've already got set up for the finish. So that's nice. And now we've got introduced to yet another new type.
Along with their spiritual leader Paul, worked their way right.
Spiritual leader. They
Team
just
Jump
met
were
this guy.
proud of their progress. They'd obliterated all challenges in their path. Yeah, they'd heard of individuals getting stuck on staircases or stepping stones. This did not happen to Team Jump.
Team Jump is definitely my favorite character in the late game. Really showing an idea of, like, people who from the beginning are all about teamwork, not necessarily just meeting the people they'll be teammates with, but and most everything said by Team Jump, especially because it's in the third person, which adds to this factor. Everything they say, I think, is just really hilarious. And everything in their views on the world. Now, last but not least, we have to do this guy. So, there we go. And let's see. So now we have to. This is one of my favorite parts because sure you love pick.
They were nearing the exit portal. He smiled to himself, trying to work out the easiest way of dispensing with his allies when the time came.
And you find them. This is an element I just really love in the late game. You always want to have that double jump, because that's just so fun, but simply switching between gravity level is just a really great mechanic. And one thing you can do with it that I really love, if I can show it, is this. Am I going to get to show it? Oh, no, but I did get to go under there. So that was nice. Helped out a lot with what I was trying to do. But yeah, being able to walk on each other is another fun feature.
Saw the others beyond the wall. They were doing well. Paul tried to shout a warning, but they couldn't hear him. Gray counted 5 in team jump. Oh, he could take them.
So, we're finally getting all of these characters together. And I like how it's switched off between the two sets. And then they finally meet back up. And you start to see, well, Gray's already shown his true intentions, but Gray's not such a nice guy. And that becomes really apparent here. So now, the annoying thing is that I move each one at a time, but this is sort of 2 levels in one. And that's okay. So we're going to have that one changing. But that it's used to show they're separated, but they're still trying to thwart each other or do whatever they want to do. One's trying to stop the first one, the other is trying to, well, they're both trying to stop each other. It's really what it comes down to. And let's see if I can get these guys where they need to go. I think that is the last one of Team Jump. Do love how it says there are 5 of them. You could take that. Like these bricks or these blocks are actually fighting each other, and God, just everything about this game. I'm back to gushing, aren't I? I definitely am. But again, I love this game. I won't hesitate to say that, and this is the most amount of bricks we've ever had on screen at once. I'm having to stick to 6, 7, and 8 as my keys for this. So, sorry to be a bit quieter. I was trying to focus on making sure I got this puzzle right here. So we have the ones working together because of a lie, and the ones working together to stop them. And it's just, I don't know, this game has been repetition of me gushing about how great this game is, and I have to say, I think it's definitely worth the gush, which is a weird phrase, but I have enjoyed it as much as I've said I've been enjoying it. So, if you were just looking for a review of the game, you're way too far into this, because you've heard my review since episode 1. This game is awesome. And I love everything it does. And I also don't know why you'd be going to episode 9 of something for a review if you were just looking it up online. Or my videos. If you're... Okay. I don't know if the recording will catch that, but if it does, there is an issue. I accidentally clicked on something while trying to maneuver myself between all of the many buttons I need to use, but it's fine. Now, I think these worlds are pretty paralleled. I might be completely wrong on that, but these 2 different edges are very similar, at least looking from this dot set. They share a lot of commonalities in that it's sort of mirroring the 2 plights of these characters. So, what to talk about while I'm doing this puzzle, because kind of exhausted. Things to say about the game other than how much I enjoy it. So, what can I say? I just started working on a new project, which should be coming out way before this episode airs, because this is episode 9, and the new project is starting about a week after recording this, and this project has a while left to go. This project has a while left before it starts. I mean, it'll start either a week, during the week before or during the week after. Why am I talking about this? The project will already be out by the time this is out. But now you know, I guess, when my recording schedule is and when I've recorded things. So, very excited for everything I've been working on. Hoping to be able to do some more Binding of Isaac. Thank God I'm getting rid of these slow guys. Hoping to do some more Binding of Isaac, but also I want to start another game I really enjoy, but I've been having problems getting it to work on this computer. I used to have it work, and now it doesn't seem to. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I can figure out a way, great. If not, that sucks. But, oh, for a second I was so worried that it wasn't going to work.
Sam was worried at how silent Gray had become. He wasn't responding to Joe's questions or acknowledging them at all.
So, I'm going to try to do this with each of them. These two having the working together aspect. I love it most of the time. Can't say I'm a fan of it at this point in the game. So, probably have to bring him back. Or do I? Can I get him back? Looks like I can't, so there must be some way to get these guys across that I'm just not thinking of. Is that a way? That is a way. Wait a second. Can I get through this? Okay, good. So, I can use him, or I can... Nope. Okay, let's try and do that sweet maneuver I did before. This is a tough level. Very tough. Yet we're slowly finding out what these guys are capable of. No. Ah. I do not like this constant death. Once again, happy this game doesn't have a death counter. Also happy I'm not working to create a death counter. Don't expect me to make a death counter for this game. Or for any game, for that matter. I am not the counter type of person. Guess I am. I like doing that, but not the type of person who really is in love with watching the entirety of my own videos. I'll watch something. Oh, wait. Do I might need to be able to jump over him. Boy. This is not gonna be good. Oh boy. Okay. Well. There we go with that. Once again, really hoping I don't have to... Oh, could I do it this way? Yes. Okay. I was about to say, I really hope I don't have to restart the level and bring Guy 1 back. Although, that's looking increasingly like a possibility. It would certainly be easier if he was still over here. There's no doubting that. But I don't think it would necessarily make things that much easier. And look at that. We've already got him over. So now it's just for this guy, whatever his name is. I'm serious. I remember Gray, and I remember Team Jump. But past that, we've got one named Joe. Got Saul, or I don't even remember what the one trying to stop him is. But these really just aren't memorable because they don't have their own ability-related personalities. I keep accidentally changing the brightness of my computer. So, you don't know them. Oh, it's Ted. He's the one that does this. Or it's Carl. He's the one that can make it through these. Or it's George. He is the one that can flip himself 360 degrees. So, you can get through small areas or jump higher depending on what you need. You simply have these nondescript characters oh, it's the Gray block. He has no special abilities of its own, but can, like any other Gray block at this time, use the abilities of the previous one. And everyone's abilities are pretty much the same, aside from this one's taller, this one jumps higher, which I guess you can say that was the way it was in the beginning of the game, that you had one that was taller, one that jumped higher before you had the super powered ones. Yet, them all having the same ability, it opens itself up for new puzzles, but it's not memorable. That's all I'll say. Now we get this new feature, which I actually like because it is...
Paul knew the path ahead wasn't safe. He told the team to wait, that he'd come get them when it was secure. Gray had to be stopped, whatever the cost.
That we've now got this whole area is falling, and all of the blocks have to figure out their way through it, but it's on a time basis as you pass through places that maybe the gravity doesn't always stay the same. So 2, 3. Okay. want to make sure I get everyone dealt with. But yeah, this is just really cool that the whole level is moving. So it's not just a random switch, it's that you're passing through these blocks you know about. And they're causing everything to change. And we've got them all through. Please don't okay, good. I keep not...
had been separated from its allies for some time. She'd not heard the order to retreat. She was shocked by the appearance of the 4 aberrations below. The old one seemed to be leading the liar to an outcropping. It was within her reach. She could remove them both. The couple they weren't going anywhere.
This is a really interesting area where you're able to more freely switch and choose what powers you want to have. And that allows you to find your own path through the level. I'm pretty sure this level has multiple options depending on who you want to use. But that just makes this so much more interesting and creative. Wow, I did this wrong. Okay. Well, that guy's going to have to move, and this guy's going to have to get blue. Or maybe this guy will. I don't know. Anyway, so I want this guy to go back across the water and get purple. So this is a level where exploration really is the key to success, in that you really have to explore and find out what everything does, where all of the secrets you'll need are, and use that to solve the puzzle, because not everything is visible at first. It's important to find out that. And it looks like, so okay, here we need this guy. We also need this guy, who should have double jump as well. Double jump, I'll just say it, most useful ability. Sorry that it's jarring that it jumps all over the screen, but I have a hard enough time remembering who's who when you just have all of the different colors and trying to get it based on numbers, but trying to figure it out when they're all gray and all of the colors are gray, that's kind of insane to expect. But so I've got 2 and 3, and that there's not as much of an organization to how they're set up is another important thing. So I'm going to make him purple just because the double jump leads to easier exploration. I don't know why with the blue was suddenly going upward earlier. That was a weird thing. But, so, going to have to, I know I need the bouncy one for this, so I'm going to have to figure out how I want to do this, because I need to get him up here. So, how about I make you bouncy? Make number forget on number 1. That didn't work. Okay. Please don't tell me I need them. I can figure this out. I can get up there. I can't get up there, can I? Okay, let's see if this helps. Please don't make me bring the one guy down. This is the annoying part about not being able to plan your level, is when you have a lot of backtracking. So, yes, this allows me, albeit slowly, to make it up. The one button I wasn't clicking was the one I needed all along. How fitting. So I've got 1, 3, and 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3. How about 1, 4, 3? 1, 4, 3. 1, 4. I know this is riveting commentary. Wait, that was 3. 1, 4, 3. 1, 4. Okay, I think that should be enough. Now, unless, of course, I'm mistaken on what I need for that, which I very well could be. But now, I can use this guy to get back through over here. Also, haven't mentioned this, but I really like the rain effect it has to sort of... Oh, I don't even need him. Sorry, sucker. I am never saying that again. But it uses the rain effect to sort of help set the mood. And because I've spent so long on this level, I've already forgotten if this is level 9 or level 10 or somewhere much earlier. So I'm hoping it's level 9. If I'm wrong, warning, there may be somewhat of an abrupt ending so I don't spoil things. Or maybe I'll just read the next episode's little title thing, and I won't care about spoiling. But after all that hard work, we've finally got in there, so please let there be one more level. So we've got the cloud, and there's not a level. Oh, there is. So, the cloud has eaten someone. Looks like we're back to some loss.
Joe and Sam ran.
What is this?
They had no idea where these final portals would lead, but it had to be better than this.
So, as we're inside some data structure, the world's starting to get pretty strange. Like, something's happening. We've got these effects which have only been used to signify the weird splitters, bad things or strange unknowns. And then we've got white, and the background suddenly becomes black. The light suddenly becomes shadows, and it's unclear where we are and what we're doing here. And I'm unclear where we are and what we're doing here. Played this before, but as I said, haven't done it in a while. This is kind of a freaky area, if I do say so myself. To try and figure out what is beyond where we are. No. To try and figure out what is going to come next. Like, we've come so far and we thought we saved the world, saved all these people, but we don't know what comes next. So we need to have both of them here to be able to access that. Another good example of being forced to use all of the characters at your disposal and not just being able to breeze by with one character and then let the other follow. Although, moving up this in anti-gravity and having just a fall, which, as Thomas pointed out, we're great at falling, really helps with the, there we go. So I'm going to try and, yes. So as we float off into this nothing, I have to say that would have been a better image had I not been making sure to end it, as we float off into basically what we know as could be the internet, could be the darkness. We don't really know, but we're going to find out next time on Thomas Was Alone. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, as next time we allow Dark Gray, or whatever his name is, to move in to the light.